In this video, we're going to simulate a timeout in PostgreSQL using Python. We'll build a small but very realistic example and actually feel how timeouts work instead of just talking about them. First, let's quickly explain what a timeout is. In PostgreSQL, a timeout is a protection mechanism. It means the database refuses to wait forever for something, usually a lock. If a query cannot continue within a defined amount of time, PostgreSQL cancels it and returns an error. This is extremely important for keeping systems fast, stable, and responsive. Now let's start together. Here we create a very simple table called accounts. It has an ID and a balance column. Then we insert a single row with a balance of 100. After that, we run a select query and confirm that the row exists. Everything is simple and clear. One table, one row. Next, let's move to Python. Before connecting Python to PostgreSQL, there's one important setup step. Python needs a PostgreSQL driver to communicate with the database. This driver is installed using pip. You should run that pip command on your machine. I've already done it before, so I won't run it again here. Now we connect Python to PostgreSQL. We open a database connection and explicitly turn off auto-commit. This is very important because we want to control exactly when the transaction ends. Then we create a cursor and start working inside a transaction. The script updates the balance by adding 50 to the row with ID 1. As soon as this update runs, PostgreSQL places a lock on that row. No other transaction can update it until this one finishes. Now comes the key part of the example. Right before committing, we deliberately wait for 10 seconds. This pause is intentional. We are doing this to hold the lock open. During these 10 seconds, the transaction is active, the row is locked, and any other update attempt will have to wait. This is exactly the kind of situation that happens in real systems when a transaction is slow, blocked, or doing heavy work. The lock will be released as soon as the application commits, but as I mentioned, it has to wait for 10 seconds. At this point, let's run the Python code and leave it running. While the Python script is sleeping and holding the lock, we switch back to pgAdmin. Now, from pgAdmin, we try to update the same row again. But before doing that, we tell PostgreSQL that it is only allowed to wait 1 second for a lock. We do this because we want PostgreSQL to fail fast instead of waiting indefinitely. When we run the update, PostgreSQL tries to acquire the lock, but the lock is still held by the Python transaction. 1 second passes and PostgreSQL cancels the query with a timeout error. This happens because the row is locked and we explicitly told PostgreSQL not to wait longer than 1 second. Now we go back to Python. The 10 seconds are over, the transaction commits, and the lock is released. The Python script finishes successfully. Back in pgAdmin, we run a select query on the table. We can clearly see that the balance value has increased by 50. This confirms that the Python transaction completed successfully. At this moment, there is no lock on the row anymore. So now we try the same update again from pgAdmin, the exact same update that failed before. This time it works instantly, no timeout, no error. The update succeeds because the row is no longer locked. And that's the full simulation. If you'd like to watch more Python tutorials like this, make sure to check out the courses section. There are many free courses available, and I highly recommend taking a look. And if you want to support us, you can subscribe to the channel and join the community. Keep learning.